Hi guys, Kevin here. The 2025 UX job market is a tough place. Companies are cutting back, expectations are rising, and competition is fierce. But with the right approach, you can still stand out and get hired. In this video, I'll guide you through what's happening in the job market, how to apply smartly, how to handle interviews confidently, and how to negotiate offers when they come. So without further delay, let's get started. First off, let's talk about what's going on in the UX design job market right now. Many companies are focusing more on hiring senior level designers while there are fewer openings for junior and mid-level roles. This means they're looking for skilled people who can bring results right away. At the same time, companies are getting tons of applications. Some jobs get hundreds of resumes within hours. On top of that, hiring budgets are tighter and expectations are higher. Employers are being asked to cut costs by 25% or slow down hiring by 30%. This means they're only looking for top performers, the best 5% who really stand out. Furthermore, pay trends have changed compared to last year. Switching jobs used to mean a big jump in salary, but now increases are smaller, usually around 5 to 10K, depending on your level. Some companies are even giving non-negotiable offers with only a few days to decide. This shift makes it important to have a solid plan for your job search. Know what you're good at and be confident but flexible when discussing pay. Now let's talk about applying. It might seem like a good idea to send your resume to 100 companies a week and hope one works out, but that's not the best way to get noticed. These days, companies can take their time to find the perfect fit. They'll sometimes wait 6 to 12 months to hire someone with the exact mix of skills they want, like a designer with years of experience in B2B healthcare projects. Now, how you present yourself in your resume, portfolio, and online matters a lot. If you want to be a UX designer, make sure your portfolio focuses on UX work. Leave out motion graphics or illustrations unless they're tied to UX goals. If you want to work on mobile apps, your portfolio should clearly show projects and results related to that area. In addition, it's important to show more than just your skills. Employers care about how you use those skills to create real results. Your resume and portfolio should focus on the impact you've made, like improving user engagement, reducing churn, or making a product easier to use. This is how you stand out as someone who can deliver real value, not just as another candidate with the right skills. Next, let's talk about the interview stage. This is where even strong candidates can struggle. Being good at the job is only part of it. You also need to show the hiring team that you're the right fit for the role, the team, and the company's long-term goals. Now, interviews are a mix of a few key things: answering common questions, sharing stories, tailoring your responses, and bringing the right energy and mindset. For questions like "tell me about yourself" or "why this role," it helps to have clear, structured responses ready. A great way to do this is by organizing your answers into 3 points. For example, when talking about your strengths, you could say, "There are 3 key areas I'd like to highlight," and then explain each one. This keeps your answers clear and easy to remember. In addition, storytelling is a big part of interviews. When you get questions about past experiences like "tell me about a time you handled conflict" or "describe a challenge you overcame," having a few prepared stories can make a big difference. Instead of trying to guess every possible question, focus on a few key achievements or moments from your career. These stories can help you answer many different questions naturally and confidently. Furthermore, staying calm and confident is really important, even if you get an unexpected question. Hiring managers pay attention to what you say and how you say it. They notice if you're clear, structured, and engaging. They want to see if you can handle surprises with confidence and show that you're passionate and a good fit for the role. These soft skills can matter just as much as your actual answers. Plus, interviews are a chance to show what it's like to work with you. Talking too much or diving too deeply into details can harm your chances. Keeping your answers between 1.5 to 3 minutes gives the interviewer time to ask everything they need. And when you talk about your skills or strengths, always back them up with a specific example or achievement. This approach shows credibility and builds trust far better than just saying something like, "I'm a great communicator." Now let's talk about behavioral questions. These almost always come up in design interviews. Things like "tell me about a time you showed integrity" or "describe a situation where you dealt with ambiguity" are meant to show how you handle challenges, work with others, and stay self-aware in your projects. Now, it's not realistic to have a perfect answer for every possible behavioral question. Trying to memorize them all can make you sound stiff. A better way is to think ahead about your best career stories. Focus on times when you solved a tricky problem, worked well with a team, took the lead, or made a client happy. These stories can fit into different types of questions when needed. Furthermore, make sure your stories highlight impact and results. Hiring managers care about what you achieved and how it made a difference. Maybe you improved processes, increased customer satisfaction, or helped launch something successful. Sharing clear outcomes makes your answers stand out. In addition, keep your responses smooth and relevant to the company. Use examples that connect to the role's challenges and goals. This shows you've done your homework and are already thinking about how you can add value as a part of the team. Now let's talk about negotiation. It might feel intimidating, but it's a key step to set yourself up for long-term success. Getting to the offer stage is already a big win. How you handle the negotiation, though, can make a big difference in your pay and growth. First, keep in mind that job levels aren't always fixed. A role might be listed as intermediate or senior, but the interview process helps the company decide where you actually fit within their structure. Everything you do, from your portfolio to your interviews and case studies, helps them decide not just if they'll hire you, but also the level and pay they'll offer. Next, remember that negotiation doesn't only happen at the end when you get an offer. You're actually shaping your value throughout the application and interview process. Every time you talk about your achievements, share the impact of your work, or show that you're a top performer, you're helping set the tone for what you can ask for in the offer. Also, keep in mind that recruiters aren't always trying to lowball you. Most of the time, they want a win-win. Their goal is to hire the best person and make sure it's a good long-term fit. Still, you can't rely on the company to decide your worth. It's important to speak up for yourself. Finally, negotiation isn't just about salary. You can also talk about things like remote work options, professional development budgets, extra vacation days, or even a different job title. Being ready to discuss these points calmly and clearly can help you build a compensation package that works well for both you and the company. All right, that's the end of this video. We covered a lot today, from understanding the current job market and applying with a smart strategy to mastering the interview process and negotiating your offers effectively. I hope this gave you clear, practical steps to help you stand out, show your value, and land that next big UX design role. If you found this helpful, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.